Hey, I'm Steven Soles Jr., play football for Powell, and you're listening to the No Playbook Podcast.
Oh, man, this is a great one. One of my favorite episodes that I've done on the podcast so far. Steven Soles Jr., edge guy from Powell High School. Amazing player. He's ready to commit for college. I'm just glad he let me be a part of it. My name's Casey, and on the show, we interview the coaches, players, and experts that help to make sports and fitness such an important part of life here in East Tennessee. I feature lots of area standout high school athletes if it's your first time checking out the show. But I've also had several college athletes on the show, as well as NFL players, a Major League Baseball pitcher, PGA golfer. But I know you came here today to hear Steven commit. So I'm going to get right to that right after this. If you've listened to the podcast before, you know it is brought to you by D1 Training, but also I'm very happy to introduce a brand new sponsor of the show. It's called Recruit Me. It's an app that is specifically designed to help athletes get recruited, just to make the whole process a lot more easy for them to take their game to the next level.
Recruit Me puts the recruiting process in your hands. Most student athletes wait for college coaches to discover them, but coaches are busy and don't always have the time to find them. Recruit Me allows you to build an online profile to share directly with college coaches and is designed to help you enter all of the information coaches want to see: your stats, your highlight videos, your academic information, your social links, and more. Plus, our team is here to make sure that your profile stands out with personalized suggestions. With over 25,000 coaches in our database, our premium plan gives you access to D1, D2, D3, and NAIA coaches across the country, and more importantly, gives them access to you. Enter your schedule of games and tournaments to let coaches know when and where you're playing so they can come out and watch you shine. Then communicate with interested coaches via our chat feature. When it comes to recruiting, don't make coaches research you. Do the work for them. Get started today at the Recruit Me app, on the web, and in the app stores.
At D1 Training, what we do is in our name. Our D1 athletes become D1 athletes. Whether it's Los Angeles Angels pitcher Ben Joyce, high school soccer national MVP Brindley Murphy, or first-round NFL draft pick Cole Strange, we help all athletes reach their full potential. 5-star training system comes straight from D1 strength and conditioning programs, and D1 has trained over 2,000 professional athletes. Many of them started as young as 7 years old. Check out D1Training.com to learn more about their facilities in Hardin Valley and Sevierville, and coming very soon to Maryville and the Tri-Cities.
All right, here we are, man. It's a big day for you. Steven Soles Jr., we're here for his commitment at Powell High School. How you feeling today, man?
Feel good, got the family with me, know where I'm going. I just feel good, recruiting process is over, so just ready to get it going.
So how certain do you feel? Did you have that like warm feeling when you decide like, that's it, that's the one, or was there a little wishy-washy feeling along the way?
It wasn't really, it was more wishy-washy, in the beginning, just because, my size or whatever. But, once I got there and seen how they seen my fit in the scheme and how versatile I could be and not just be grounded as an edge rusher per se, I can here, there. So, it's really just the versatility. They'll let me be, an athlete, rush the passer and, move around in the field and just make plays. So it's really just that, maximizing my, what God is giving me.
Right. Well, you've got me eager. I'm ready to hear it. But you know what we're gonna do? We're actually gonna get to that in just a few minutes. So if you're listening to the podcast or watching this on YouTube and you're really wanting just to skip all this and you want to see the commitment, I'm gonna chapter mark it so you can look for that on the podcast or on YouTube, so you can check that. But you're gonna miss some good stuff. First up, I want to hear, as we're getting back to it, you start back from summer soon, and I know you've had a lot going on. What kind of training have you been doing this summer?
Oh man, we work speed, lateral. So with me being in space this year, maybe working some linebacker, been working on speed, agility, covering the space, just a lot of stuff people do to get, better during the off season.
Yeah, man. I mean, and all that's so important. So many people don't really think about the speed, agility, quickness aspect of what, that's going to bring to your game in addition to the football skills, but it really does, right?
Yes, sir. Most definitely.
Now with D1, we did something with you recently at Dick's where you competed in a like skills challenge. I thought that was really cool because people at D1 are still talking about that guy that jumped 127 in the broad jump. So that was impressive, dude.
Fun. I thought it was just fun. Like I could do a combine all day and I probably win. Like
Yeah.
all of them. Like
Have you spent much time working on those kind of combine kind of activities, the 40, the high jump, all that stuff?
honestly, I can to say thank you to my mom and my dad and God for like I just went
Yeah.
out there and jumped. Really,
Yeah.
it wasn't training and working on the. I learned early ages how to the form of rod jumping, but it's nothing I really just trained on. I just blessed.
Right. So were mom and dad athletes?
Dad definitely was. Mom just she started. It's a 50-50 thing. Dad gave me more physical. Mom gave me more mental.
There you go. And that's just as important for sure. So let's get into the good stuff about recruiting. Do you have any kind of I know there's always fun stories when you go on your visits. Anything that's memorable? And I see we've got Miami, Alabama, and Virginia Tech up here. Do you have any cool stories for either of these, even if it's not one that you're going to pick?
Uh, I had a let's see. I mean, usually when I go on a visit, nothing too crazy has really happened. Just like a crazy story. It's really just more enjoying the time while I'm there. Like a lot of people don't get to be recruited how I'm recruited, so I really just soak in the visits. Like just
Yeah.
be glad I'm there. But like as far as a crazy story, it ain't been nothing just crazy that happened where I'm like, oh my God, go back home. Like, I can't believe this happened. I've been blown away. Like, can't believe they get to eat this much or they get to do all of this. But as far as just something like crazy, no, it ain't really that crazy really that happened.
Yeah, I know the Virginia Tech coach actually went to Maryville College.
Yeah, yeah. Me and Coach cool. We cool.
Yeah.
We cool.
That's great. What do you think about the Inner Sandman intro? How do you feel about that versus some of the others in college football? Because it's so popular, certainly among Hokie Nation.
Yeah, I went to their spring game and stadium was full. Like stadium was full, so I got to see that, and it was live. Like
Yeah.
it was turned. It was a lot of people. They crazy fans. Something cool to walk out to. I guess every Saturday.
Right. Absolutely. So Powell state champions in, was it 21?
Yes, sir.
So talk about that experience, just how exciting that was.
Just imagine having like a perfect team. It felt like it was like every position on the field was an A+ player there, and it was like we was more. It was like we was having fun. We wasn't going into the game stressing. You me hold it. Sure. Oh yeah. We wasn't going into a game stressing. We going into the game like I got a teammate JJ Fouts. We literally make a bet on like who gonna who gonna put dude out the game first, or who gonna make the big hit on this kickoff, or who gonna who gonna do something. So it was really just it was fun and competition, but we getting it done, just rolling through folks. So it was never really stressful. It was just so much. It was so much fun. I wish we had like a documentary on it, like just have somebody recording us with a camera, just because it was downs too. It was ups and downs, but once we all formed into a unit, it was just fun. Some blowouts. We got in trouble if we let them cross the 50-yard line, regardless of where they got the ball at. So if we and they know they weren't crossing the 50-yard line because we weren't running next practice or getting penalized, and we was getting a bunch of goose eggs, got donuts for donuts, literally. So it was a extremely fun season. I'm blessed to play with all the players I did because they was all special. Everybody was their own person, brought their own sauce and energy to the team, whether they're loud, quiet, but all of them could ball. So it's fine with me.
What about Walter Nolan? You got to be on the line with him. Was that just you guys are like the math brothers up there?
Uh, Walt, when he first got here, it was like we didn't. He was a little quiet. Him and his brothers was a little quiet, so it was hard to figure him out at first. Like I didn't know if he was, the 5 star that was just kind of arrogant or like I'm not rocking with them. I'm finna leave. Blah blah blah. But once. Nah, we was cool. Like we was like this, one, and especially once we started playing football and we was helping each other out, you couldn't really break us apart. But it was just like, like I like to use iron sharpen iron. He come in as a 5 star. I'm knowing he not a 5 star for nothing. So if I can compete and show up in games and practice, what does that say about me, So and then making bets with him also. We both ended the year with 17 sacks. Kind of disappointed in that. Could have got one more at least. Beat him on that, but 17 sacks apiece. Just dominating on the field. It was fun. It was fun.
That's great. So, what about just some? There we go. I'll just hold it close. We're good. How about just like hobbies for you? When you're not on the field, when you're not working out or training, what is life like for you?
Real laid back. I like to either go to my friend house and we just play Madden 2K all day, and you know how that we end up going to the pool or just up and do stuff.
Who's your team on Madden?
Chargers. Hey, Jay Hurd the GOAT. 6'6" quarterback, scramble, throw darts, Chargers. But yeah, we just play the game or go hoop, go to the wine hoop. But a lot of my friends are like-minded, conservative people. We don't just like to be out everywhere, chill at the crib, play the game, and go play basketball. That's really it.
Any other sports that you played really heavily growing up?
I played basketball when I was younger, but I got injured maybe summer of my sophomore year playing in a basketball tournament. So after that, we was just like, we gonna cut it on the basketball.
Yeah, man. Just focus on this thing and
Yeah. If I'm gonna get injured and go out, I'm gonna get injured and go out playing football. Because if it was basketball, oh man, should have not been playing that anyway. That's not your sport anyway. That's if I'm gonna go out, at least say I went out doing something I love.
so how is the 2023 Owl Panthers season going to go?
State ring, state championship run. Just like every football team, you start off somewhere, but you only grow. Well, at least we are anyway. And you see potential. So we got a lot of players coming back, and they're growing mentally and physically. So with that, ain't nobody gonna stop us. There's nobody in our division that's gonna stop us. It's nothing really complicated or like nothing like that. We just gonna work hard in practice and have fun in the games.
Yeah. Well, I know Powell definitely won that skills competition that we did recently.
Yeah.
So,
Skills. Lucky we couldn't hit. We season coming up. Gonna be what it's gonna be. Everybody,
so one last thing, I ask everybody this on the podcast. Share with me one really big sports memory for you, and it can be whether you are a player or even as a spectator.
um, I would have to say when we won state, like I got little brothers now, so I know how it feel to like watch somebody you love go out and play good in sports. So like just my mom, my dad, like everybody out there just like supporting me, just running over there, seeing mom like happy and all that. Like a lot of people don't get to make their parents just happy, man. So
Well, hey man, I think that's a great segue. I'm going to invite your family up here now, and we're going to let you get to what we came here for. Okay. So I'm going to step away, and I'll come back in just a moment. You can take your time. I'll invite your family up, and this is all you, man. You can take your time. Just do whatever you'd like. Yeah.
My name's Steven Sows, aka Sackum Sows. I wanted to first off say thank you to my mom, Tonya Whitmore, my pops, my senior, Coach Lowe, JD, my linebacker right here, my brothers right here for, just encouraging me to lead by example and be great. And all the people you see in the video supporting me at all my games and being there and just supporting. But from here on out, for the next 4 years, I'll be continuing my football and academic career at the University of Kentucky. Hey, we green?
Yes, sir.
All
All right.
That's my brother right there. Is that on? That's my brother.
Might have to take the phone down, but yeah, it's on.
That's the only way it was gonna work. So
That's okay, man. We can share emotion. This is a happy day, exciting time. So how do you feel now? The cat's out of the bag, so to speak, the Wildcat. And yeah, what is this feeling for you right now?
it's a relief. I can be done responding to so much people that's not my coaches or where I'm going. I can focus on the school I'm going to, building better relationship with my coaches and fellow teammates who will commit or have committed. So, just tunnel vision is more tunneler now. No more distractions or, other, straight, UK and, the culture and program there, and that's it.
Right on. Now, tell me what you think. If there's one thing that made you pick the Wildcats, what was it?
Defense. Top 3 defense in the country. Like I said, the versatility. I'll be able to showcase in their defense and not only being or having a stigma as only an edge rusher. He showed me some statistics and, former people he's coached that was similar in my height and size that did exactly what I can do. Rush the passer excellently and just be a great football player on the field, open space, covering, big hits, causing trouble on defense in general. And, Mike Stoops, just laid it out perfectly for me. And I really couldn't say no to, that type of offer.
So some other players like you in that Stoops defense. I think of Bud Dupree. I think of Josh Allen recently.
Yep.
Are those some of the names that he threw out there?
Yes, sir. And what's his name? Boogie.
Okay.
But yeah, he showed me his film, and I swear, no disrespect to him, but same plays that's being made SEC level is the plays some plays I made, and how I look at football is, everybody's still human. You still playing football. They still doing chops, dips, rips, swims. You just get a little better. So it's not nothing I can't do or, know where I can go and not be a football player, something I've been doing. Not saying it's easy, but I can do it.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Well, Stephen, congratulations. Everybody here, we're so happy for you. And thank you so much for letting me be part of this.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you, man.